Day 2. Okay, so today got a little bit more complicated. Today I started doing a little social experimentations for myself. Went into Kohl's earlier and just had my music blasting in my headphones and was walking around the store and I got a lot of looks. I was without my mom, I was without anybody, and I was just walking around the store, just doing some browsing, checking stuff out, and I got so many looks. And it was just weird at first, but I had my music, so I was jamming out to a little, Justin Timberlake. I was like, what? And I just could not believe how many people were staring. I mean, I expected it, but one thing that I'm not liking so far is that people stare but don't ask questions. And I recognize that most 21-year-olds do not have shaved heads. And so someone who looks at me will probably either think, well, she's either sick or, she's some kind of delinquent. Really don't understand it. But the point is, again, like I said in my last video, is that it doesn't matter whether you're sick or not. If somebody looks different or acts differently, there shouldn't be a problem with that. I don't understand why it is. But you shouldn't have that kind of problem. But yeah, so I went to Kohl's and just kind of blocked everybody out and, had my headphones in and I was fine. And my mom and I then ended up going to a diner and just having everybody stare at me and just kept walking by and having little kids kind of just keep doing little backward glances at me. And even when I was in Kohl's, though, the only person who talked to me in Kohl's was this kid. He couldn't be over 1, but he was just like, hi, and his mom was doing her own little thing, but he was just sitting there, and I was making face at him. I was like, like I was having fun with him, but he was like, hi. All the adults wouldn't talk to me, but the 1-year-old would. So yeah, we go to the diner. I was getting more stares, and so I'm trying to get more comfortable with the fact that people are looking at me, because it's weird still. Because obviously I know that I have no hair, but the fact that people are being silent about it, I'm just like, why are we being weird? Why does it matter, honestly? But again, I want to strike up these conversations. I want people to think about these things. I want people to have these conversations with their kids, which leads me into my very dramatic point in my day. Went to Panera for dinner. I left work and I went to Panera and I was standing online, and it had to happen sooner or later. It really did, but it happened on my second day with no hair, so I'm a little shocked about it. But I'm standing online at Panera, and I'm getting a lot of looks from people again. I'm just like, okay, I'm not having the best day at work. We're really busy. I'm really tired. Let's get my food and go. Well, I'm standing online, and this little girl is in front of me with her mom, and they're ordering. And the little girl turns around, she looks up at me, and she's just staring at me. It's like, and I look down at her, and I just smile, and, she backs up, grabs onto her mom, and she just goes, Mommy, I'm scared. Why does that girl look like that? And of course, though, I'm just like, God bless children who say the darndest things. I mean, really. But I did not like how this mom handled the situation. What I would have liked to happen in an ideal world would have been the mom turned around and said, honey, just because she has no hair doesn't mean that she isn't beautiful or that something's wrong with her, Maybe you can ask her why she doesn't have any hair, and go from there. And if it was that I was sick or something like that, then we explain it to her and just be like, I'm just really sick, and, I lost my hair. Or I say, you know what, I had family members that were really sick, and they lost their hair, and I cut my hair so I could look like them, so that they could feel some support and some love. Or, I just wanted to cut my hair. I thought it would look cool. Do you think it looks weird? And that's okay for you to think that it looks weird. It feels weird. Do you want to touch it? And you just talk to the kid. Now, obviously, I can't speak for the mom because I don't know if she went home and handled this the way I would have liked or had a private conversation with her daughter later. I can only hope. But what ended up happening was the mom at that point had finished her order, grabbed her daughter, and she goes, "Okay, honey, let's just go," and took her aside. And I understand we're in public. I don't know what was going on with the mom that day. I don't know. But I just didn't like how she handled it in front of me, because the way it came across to me was, okay, honey, I understand that you're scared and you have a right to be scared. So I'm going to let you stay scared and not explain to you what's going on. And I didn't like that. I didn't like how that came across. And I didn't like the idea of letting this little girl be afraid of something that she didn't understand. Now, again, I can't speak for the mom, so I don't know if they handled it differently when they got home or in the car or something like that. But it was just one of those things that just made me really, really uncomfortable. So when I finally sat down to go eat, my mind was there. And then on top of it, I'm hearing all these teenage girls who are sitting behind me suddenly start talking about cancer, and they're talking kind of loudly, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is not my day. Because I'm tired, I'm aggravated from work, and I'm a little thrown off because of what this little girl's reaction to me was. But I had to remind myself, okay, as much as these teenagers are being slightly irritating right now, they're still talking about it. They're still talking about family members that they miss or friends of family that they miss, and what happened to them and what they would do. And that's what I want to happen. I want people to talk about this. I don't want it to be something that has to be hidden away and can't be discussed. I don't want illness or personal oddities to be something that people shy away from. If you're sick, then you're sick, and we talk about it and we fix it, and you support each other and you love on each other, and you figure out the best way, if you're in that situation, how to get yourself help. If you're just somebody who likes to do weird things to their body, who, I'm sure there are plenty of people who like to cut their hair really short and who like to do this thing or that thing or whatever. I've got tons of friends that gauge their ears. I would personally never gauge my ears. I don't understand it. I just like how my ears look. I just could not imagine something being in them. I just couldn't. I could shave my head, but I couldn't do that. Who knew? But it's like, why is it that, we have to shy away from things that we don't understand? Why is it that we have to shy away from things that make us scared? We shouldn't do that. We have to embrace these oddities. We have to embrace things that make us uncomfortable. Or else what are we going to do? Hide under a rock our whole lives? The world isn't like that. So, those are my thoughts from day 2, and I hope you guys are doing well. Stay blessed.